Yeah, that was a tough one. So what happened was I had the job that I had. I was living in a one bedroom apartment with like four or five people. My and I did that by choice because I didn't have to. My cousins had hit me up and was like, "Yo, we need somewhere to stay. Can we live with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." So I had my marketing job that I got out of college. I was getting $4,000 a month, but I was spending maybe $1,000 a month. And rent was 250 because I was splitting it with four people, and then food, that maybe got up to $1,000 bucks. So I was saving about $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Stack that up to about $26,000, and then that's when Corey called me, and he was like, "Yo, come down, let's do this, whatever." And I was like, "Cool." So I took 16,000 in 2017 and invested it in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, just because I believed in the technology back then. And I haven't sold. I've just been holding that since the day that I got into it. And then the other 10,000 that I had after that 16, because I had 26, I moved down to Atlanta with Corey, and he's like, "Yo." He counted up all the inventory. He was like, "I got $20,000 in inventory." And I was like, "Well, I got $10,000 in my pocket," but I didn't tell him that. And then he was like, wire me 10K and we're 50-50 business partners and let's just go from there. And I was like, "Cool." Wired him the 10,000. After that, I had like two pennies left in my bank account, and I have a screenshot of it to just always remind me. And then from there, that's when we really started grinding. And the first month into the business, we did $30,000 in revenue. Second month, we did 65,000. And just getting started, the reason I told that backstory is because I think it's important to talk about what I did right when we first got started. And right when we moved down, I gave Corey all of this money and I had nothing left. And I literally did not know how I was going to pay rent, like feed myself, like nothing at all. So I got blessed like randomly. I remember I was crying, bro. Like one of my boys, like, "Yo, I just saw you move to Atlanta. How's everything going?" I was like, "Man, I ain't gonna lie. Like it's stressful out here." So, and he just sent me $250 and I didn't even ask. So like blessings like that, like really carried me through the first few months. And during those first few months, what we really focused on was I literally just learned everything that I needed to know about paid advertising, Facebook, Instagram, influencer marketing, grassroots marketing, going out and vending at different locations, and then also content creation and content curation. So for the first 90 days of starting the business, I did not leave my room at all. The only time I left maybe was to go network at the gathering spot, like a WeWork type of vibe. And that's where I was doing my networking. But other than that, learning 14 to 16 hours a day and then taking that information and then immediately executing on it. Because I believe that there's like two seasons in business, a season of information and a season of execution. Most people get too stuck in the season of information and never execute. So I was taking immediate information and immediately executing. And that's what I was doing for the first 90 days. And those are the four things I was focusing on to grow and scale the business.